everybody, I'm back. Yeah, it's been a while. I know I've been gone for a good 6 or 7 months since I put in my last video, but now it's time to start season 2 of Our House. My stepdaughter Jessica, her and her husband bought a house a while back, and she's been after me for months and months to do wainscoting in her dining room. So we're pulling up to her house now. I'm gonna get my tools out and get started. I'll show you all about how to do a wainscoting project that is super cheap, as opposed to hiring a finished carpenter and buying all those pre-made panels and all that stuff. So we're gonna pull up here. I'll get my tools out, take everything in, and I'll show you the space, and we'll get some really cool before and after pictures. Notice you're wearing that Panther shirt today. That's right. That's right. The boys made it. No bandwagon fans here. Our family's been watching the Panthers since '95. All bandwagon fans can just jump off. We don't need them. But yeah, we're excited. They're going to the Super Bowl. Okay, so this is the space we're working in. This is my stepdaughter's dining room. There's extra tall ceilings in here. I think the ceilings are about 10 feet. What she wanted to do in here was something different, kind of like what I did at our house with a wainscoting. But instead of the wainscoting that's a normal chair rail height somewhere about waist level, we're going to take it up to almost 5 feet. I think the top of this one's going to be about 57 inches. And what that does is it just makes a dramatic statement. And when you have a room like this where you want to try and make it seem a little more substantial, a little more upscale without having to spend a ton of money, an extra high wainscoting is exactly what you need. What we're going to be using is going to be real simple. This is foam core trim that you can get in the molding department. I get all my stuff at Lowe's. That's where I shop for everything. If you're in the US, Lowe's is a great place. This is about 3/8 of an inch thick, and it's about an inch and an eighth wide. We're going to be using the sheetrock that already exists as the main body of the wainscoting. So that's where we're really going to save some, because normal wainscoting, you'll have to buy panels, pre-made panels, or you can have a finished carpenter come in. You can spend a lot of money on that for them to actually build panels and do, you know, the routing and all that stuff to make it look nice and case it in with all kind of expensive molding and then charge us for linear feet and all that. What we're doing is we're going to figure out a way to do this really cheap and get the same effect. So we're going to have vertical strips made out of this, and then the top rail is actually going to be door and window casing. I don't know if you can see this or not, the profile, but this stuff is actually meant to go around windows and doors. It's not meant as a chair rail, but for these purposes, it's cheaper and it's a lot easier to work with, and it has a nice look. So this is going to fall right in line about up here. That'll be our top rail, and then we will cut these to fit underneath there to make our verticals. And there'll be one more strip of this same material here, 1 foot down from this casing, that will go horizontally across there. It'll give you a 1x1 box up here, and then a 1 foot wide by about a 3 foot box below that. So the first thing I've got to do is start laying out my level lines horizontally and vertically in my spacing. These old houses, you can't just trust that the floor is level. You can't trust that when you take a measurement of 57 inches, for example, out of one corner, from this base corner up to here, that if you go over to the other wall and you measure 57 inches, that's going to be level. All right, I might have this inside corner because it's going to meet up on this inside corner over here. So the next piece that I cut to go this way will have a butt or a 90-degree cut to butt into the window frame, and it'll have a 45, the inverse of this, to be able to make that 90-degree angle in the corner. Also at the other end here, I went ahead and cut a miter because it's going to be where I splice two pieces together. And anytime you're putting two pieces of trim together, you never just want to butt cut those pieces and butt them together. You always want to splice them on a 45 so that they overlap each other and they form more of a singular unit. It's a lot easier to hide the splice then whenever you put it in and sand it down to make it smooth out so that you don't see those two pieces. Nice. So what I'm doing now is setting up for my verticals. I'm just using a frame and square and going to the bottom of this. I'm going to have a piece of the furring strip in this corner, and that measures 1 inch and 1/8 of an inch. So what I'm doing is measuring out for that to let me know how far away I'm going to be from that corner. Once I get this established, where that's going to fall, which is here, then I'm going to measure from there over 1 foot, make a 90-degree line perpendicular to this plate right here, straight down to show me that side. And then I'll measure 1 foot, make a mark, 1 foot, make a mark, and I'll just continue on down just like that. Now this last piece, I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but the distance between here and here is a little bit longer than the distance between here and here. That's okay because it's in a place where I'm terminating. And there's a couple of different ways you can do it. You could have just gone along here and measured this out and then taken the thickness of each one of these strips into account and divide that so that it would be evenly spaced between them. Or you could just wait till you get to the end, leave a bigger gap like I've done here. Or you could get to the end and put your strip where it's supposed to be, which I believe is about right here. But it would interfere with this plate, and just for the sake of everything being a little bit easier, I've just decided to leave this a little bit wider at the end. It's okay because when we get to the other corners where the windows and the doors and all that break this whole pattern up, you're going to have little things like that anyway. It's really not a big deal. You can just decide for yourself which way you think works best. Thor, come get your hammer. Thanks.
Rolling like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat.
I'm not getting paid on this job at all. I may get some pizza out of this job, possibly. Why do I sign up for this stuff again? Alright, this wall over here is finished. On to the next wall. We'll just keep going around until we hit door jambs, and then we'll have to make slight manipulations on each one and then the window, but other than that, it's the same process over and over.
Rolling like a Hellcat.
when we're going up this here window underneath it, of course you're not going to be going up there. So all we're going to be doing is just going straight from the bottom of the window casing down vertically with pieces here, just like these little tabs right there, and we'll go all the way underneath the window. Now it just so happened that one of these pieces butted into the side of the window here. It just worked out that way. But when you get to the other side of the window, you're not going to have that same situation. So we're not going to be running a piece like this up that side of the window. Yay! Last one up. Oh yeah. I'm too old for this shit. Okay. That's it for that. Project's done. If you like these videos and you want to see more of them, you're gonna need to like this video by clicking thumbs up right down below this video. Also have to make some comments, interact with me, ask me questions. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have, and I'll be glad to help you out with your projects. And then also share this video. Thanks. So I got a new job. Now. Did you get that?
Yeah.